Hey, we've got 7 tips for you for hiring a contractor. Number 1 is insurance. A contractor that you hire to work on your home should have liability insurance. What happens if somebody drives a piece of equipment through your living room, or drops a ladder through your plate glass window, or spills paint on your brand new carpet? Who's going to pay for that? Well, a contractor should have a certificate of liability insurance, and it looks something like this. And there should be no reason why he can't provide that to you if you ask him. So during the bid process, confirm that he has a certificate of liability insurance. And then don't give him a down payment until he has provided you with a copy to keep on file in the event that something happens. Because to trust a contractor that he's going to come out of pocket for the $40,000, $50,000 worth of damage that could be done to your home is not a very wise thing to do. So number 1 is make sure your contractor has liability insurance and workers' compensation to take care of any things that may happen. Number 2, quality of materials. You should be getting estimates from a couple of different contractors, and what you should do is have them detail what specific products they're going to use. Different quality products are going to obviously have different price points, and so a contractor might want to use lower quality products to make his bid look more attractive with a lower price. Unfortunately, on the back end, you'll end up paying for that. We prefer to use higher quality products like Owens Corning and CertainTeed and Royal Building products. Usually in the construction world, the higher the cost, the higher the quality. You get what you pay for. So make sure you compare what quality of products each one of these contractors is using to help you make your final decision. Number 2, quality of products. Number 3, references and reviews. Google's done a fantastic job of creating a space for the consumer, you, to find out about the previous performance of a company. So Google search the name of the company and look in the reviews section and read through and see what you find. See if the company has done well for customers in the past. The second one is references. Go ahead and ask your prospective contractor for a list of names of people who would be willing to share their experience. And call those people and say, hey, I'm considering hiring such and such a contractor. Please tell me about your experience. And then take note of what they say. So, number 3, references and reviews. Number 4, licensing. You can look up all the licensing requirements for your state on their Licensing and Regulatory Affairs website. In the state of Michigan, any work that totals over $600 in labor and materials done by a contractor requires that contractor to be licensed. Just because a contractor doesn't have a license doesn't mean they're necessarily bad or going to do bad work, but it really shows when they have a license that they take their trade seriously, they take their profession seriously, and that bodes well for your project. You can look up a contractor's license to see if it's in good standing, or look up complaints at your state's Licensing and Regulatory Affairs website. So number 4 is licensing. Number 5, housekeeping. All the little details that aren't necessarily particularly a part of the job, but they need to be considered. Who's providing the dumpster? What does cleanup look like at the end of the day? Somebody working out in your yard and bringing their muddy boots in when they need to use the restroom. All of those need to be taken care of. Where is the electricity coming from? If it's a new construction project, they probably need to bring a generator. Are you going to have power on site? Will they have access to water if needed for working on different projects like pouring concrete or dealing with drywall or paint? So all of these little details need to be covered when you pick that contractor, and what are they willing to provide on their end and what are you going to have to take care of on your end. Number 5 is housekeeping. Number 6, get it in writing. I cannot stress this enough. Maybe this should be 2 points. You have to get it in writing. Oh, hey, I'm working with a friend, we're cool. No, even more so get in writing. You don't want to damage a relationship because someone remembered a conversation differently than someone else. Nothing's worse than discussing 2 or 3 different colors and putting the wrong color of paint on your wall or the wrong color of shingle on your roof. The other thing that we do in our contracts is mention in the contract that we're going to do the work according to local building codes. And it's nice to see that in the contract from a homeowner's perspective, to know that the contractor is not going to be trying to cut corners on the work that might not satisfy building codes. So regardless of what kind of project it is, how big, how much money, how complicated, get it in writing so there's no confusion down the road and we know exactly what's going to happen. Number 7, payment. It's very reasonable for a reputable contractor to charge a down payment of up to 50%. What that does is allows the contractor to get crews into place, get materials ordered and on the job site for a shorter project. For longer projects, sometimes it's helpful to break down those amounts. Yes, a down payment most of the time will be required, even if it's a very small portion, just enough to tell the contractor you're serious. Then you want to stagger the payment system and the progress payment schedule to make sure that neither you nor the contractor at any given time are overextended on the project. You don't want the contractor to be in a position where he's struggling to pay for the materials that he's already installed on your house and the payroll. And you also don't want yourself to be extended more than if the contractor flakes or leaves or doesn't finish the job, you've already paid more than has been done. So a nice stepped progress payment schedule is very helpful. Make sure you get that payment schedule in writing. And here's a bonus, number 8. Get it in writing. I know we already talked about this, but it is so important. I can't stress it enough. That's why it's coming again. We do thank you for watching. Hope this helps when you choose your next contractor.